What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for this week's episodes of Beyond the Gate. Season 1, episodes 139 to 143. We will not be on here long. Okay. First of all, no, we're not going to be on here long, okay? Actually, my stomach hurts so bad, it don't make no sense. That's why. But we're going to make it through, okay? Um, Honestly, we can go character by character. We could go very much the things that actually need to be spoken upon this week, okay? Now, I'm going to start with Naomi because that's literally what I just got through watching. Naomi and this whole situation with her being pregnant, okay? Um, Listen, I seen some chatter on Twitter and people were basically saying that, Naomi, they don't like the way that Naomi was acting, finding out that she was pregnant, and they feel bad for Jacob and everything. And honestly, I'm not mad at Naomi, okay? I'm always going to be on the opposite side on certain things because Jacob and Naomi got married. When they got together, she already put it out there that she was not trying to be a mother. She didn't want to have kids of any sort because she is more career focused. Oh my God, I'm so glad I got that before it went into my eyeball. I hate when my eyelashes, one thing about it, my eyelash, you can't see them, but my eyelash be falling out into my eye all the time. Oh Lord. One time that thing got up into my my eyeballs, and it would not leave, and my eye just was swelling up. It didn't make no sense. But no, I was not mad at Naomi for having the reaction that she had, okay? Because when you get with someone, and especially if you are trying to not date just to date, but you're trying to date to marry, okay? Because you don't want to be out here just doing anything with anybody. You want to settle down. You have to get with somebody who is like-minded just like you on certain subjects, okay? There are certain things that, we can have our differences of opinions, but when it comes to do you want to have kids, that is a subject that we have to be on one accord with, okay? And so what it's giving is Naomi and Jacob decided that they didn't want kids. And at this point in time, given Jacob's reaction, I can guarantee you Naomi told him from the offset that she didn't want kids. And because he wanted to be with her so bad, he just went on ahead and said, well, you know what? I'm cool with that. I don't want kids either. Thinking in his mind that eventually she'll change her mind. Y'all cannot go into relationships like that. Do not go into relationships like that. If a person is telling you, I don't want this, I don't want to do that, take that as fact. Take that as just what it is, okay? Do not get with somebody thinking, oh, I can change their mind or eventually it'll change, because sometimes, very minimal times, it may happen, but for the majority of the time, it's not going to change anything, okay? So being upset at Naomi because Naomi didn't want to have his baby and her reaction wasn't the reaction that some of the audience, the viewing audience, would expect, that's not fair. That's not fair. What I see is this is being a real reaction to someone who did not want to have a child for whatever reason. And truth be told, she don't need a reason. She don't have to say that she wanted to put her career first and she want to be out here making changes and all that stuff, because that's what she was talking about. That was one of her main reasons, right? She's a lawyer, and also the way that it's a double standard. The differences of the way that men are treated when they come to find out that they're about to have a baby, or the way that versus the way that women are treated, regardless of the steps that have been moved forward that we have made, and letting women, or being okay with women working and also being mothers and being pregnant or whatever, women still get looked down upon because they're pregnant and working at the same time. A lot of people still feel like women deserve or should be in the house. Okay, they shouldn't be working. And if you're a mother, you need to stop your job and you need to focus all your time on your children. People still have that mindset, right? Whereas, like she said, if you are a man, people cool with that. They don't expect you to be at home because they expect you to make the babies and to take care of the baby financially. Not necessarily just be there, but financially, because you're supposed to be out there bringing home the bread and butter. Okay? Naomi, like, I don't want that. You said you didn't want that either. You know, we both have two job careers that are very much time consuming, and yours is actually dangerous. And truth be told, Naomi's job is dangerous too, because given whichever type of client she get or whoever she's defending her client against, you don't know if the people that, you know, if she don't win the case, they can come after her, or the people that she win the case against could have they people come after them or after her or whatever. You just don't know, to be quite honest. So I'm not upset with her about that. She didn't see that in her future. She didn't want that in her future. She told that to him already. He was okay with that. But now with the possibility that she is pregnant, you're trying to convince her because in your mind, you thought that this was going to happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? You wanted secretly to have a baby with this woman regardless. And I know that's okay because I'm not mad at Jacob for wanting to have a baby. And some people, that's just really what they want to do, and that is okay. But there are also other people that do not want to do that. And that's, in a sense, probably a little bit selfish of him to still get married to her because you knew that she didn't want that. Okay? Thinking that, you know, somewhere down the line, if y'all had an oops mistake, she would be okay with it. And I'm so glad she did not try to, you know, go to what he was feeling. You know what I'm saying? She said the truth. I'm not happy about this. I know you want me to be happy about it. I'm not happy about it. And it's going to take some time. I'm pretty sure she's going to warm up to it. Because in those situations, I would be scared to get pregnant or to have my partner get pregnant. Let's say if I'm a man and my wife get pregnant by me and she didn't want to have a baby. And then I'm giving all this jargon trying to convince her to have the baby. And I already know that she never had any desire to have a baby. I would be scared once she had a baby if she would actually truly love the baby. Because there are a lot of kids out here who parents do not love them. Regardless of the fact that the mama held you and carried you and let you digest up in her system for 9+ months. And then they still come out and she has no love for you. I would be scared about that. I know this is just TV, but this is also a reality that a lot of women and men go through in relationship. Thank goodness. And truth be told, no shade, you would never think it, but lesbian, we go through it too. We go through it too. You will have people that get together and they will say that they don't want kids, or a woman that'll be like, I had your baby for you, but they don't got no connection to it, and then they'll leave. It's literally somebody that I just came across who got pregnant for her partner, and the partner, they got divorced, and the partner that she got pregnant for, who wanted her to have that baby, don't want nothing to do with the baby. Don't want nothing to do with the baby. So you got to be careful. I'm not mad at the reaction because this is some real shit. Not everybody is happy about getting pregnant. Moving on from that, truth be told, Naomi, though, truth be told, I know you got this. You and Jacob, y'all tell each other everything, but maybe you should have just went on ahead to the chop shop and just told him you was just feeling a little sick. That's it. And you need a little time to yourself and your period was heavy or some shit like that. That's what you probably should have told him. Okay? I would have did that shit. He would have had to find out some other type of way, and it would have just been too late, bitch. Okay? And then we'll probably be old and gray, and you want to get married, you want to get a divorce or whatever, bitch, where you gonna go to? You're 95 years old. That's what I would have did, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But moving on from that, Derek and Ashley, cut it the fuck out. I'm so over this storyline, and it's getting even more ridiculous because why are they making it such a big deal that Derek is not telling Ashley that he got a little bit of sensation in his leg? And actually, it's not even his legs, it's his thigh. One thigh, okay? One particular spot. It's always that one particular spot. And even if it's more, it is his right to say yes, to tell her or not. Okay, truth be told, he's not even obligated to tell her because that's not his wife. That's just a girlfriend that just came back into the picture. I know they're fiancés now, again, but it's not that deep. And if he want to keep it a secret and be like, oh, boo, let me walk down the aisle and I can walk miraculously, I'm here, and she get upset with it, that's gonna be fucked up too. Because truth be told, he can't walk. And even if she do, he tell her, I got a little sensation. What is that gonna do? It's not gonna say all of a sudden he can stand up and walk. Why are him and Shanice? No, not him, but Jacob and Shanice making such a big deal of this. Shanice, you still want this man? Please get somebody on here for Shanice, okay? Because I need her to let go of this vanilla swirl. I need her to let it go. That is with Ashley. Let that be Ashley's problem. Listen, you acting like he doing something really, really horrible, and he's not. He is not. Now, this whole situation with Ashley, girl, I need you to fucking stop playing. You know, I need you to fucking stop playing. You don't want him the way that you say you want him. You only doing this shit because Andre is with Danny. Mind you, Andre don't want Danny the way that, you want him. Because he wants your ass. And see the difference between Danny and Andre? They tell each other the fucking truth. You can't even tell your man the truth. Bitch, I just got... I'm here just because Andre ain't here. No, he technically not available anymore. And technically speaking, he is. After this whole arrangement that's going on between Danny and him, like, I need them to stop. And then this whole scene with them trying to do it. And Derek was like, damn, can't even do the things that I need to do. Bitch, you mean to tell me you can't fuck your girl right? Ashley, you better hop on top and you better ride that. That's all you need, Derek. Let her ride it until you get the feelings all. You got feeling in your crotch. You got feeling in your scrotum. You got feeling in your Johnson, okay? Ashley, your knees and your thighs and your legs and your lower half works very well. Now, y'all trying to get up there and you trying to do some things. Baby, all you had to do was cowgirl that ass. That's it. And then turn around. You want to get a little bit of freaky with it. Turn around and reverse that bitch, okay? Listen, prop him up on the goddamn bed so he can do the thing from the back. Listen, I'm just saying it's ways. And then ugh. Ashley, stand the fuck up and let him eat you out. Like, come on. Come on, let's stop playing. And Ashley kept on trying to put it off. She was like, you sure? You sure you want to do this? You sure this is not going to be too much? Bitch, just tell her that you don't really want to fuck him because you want to fuck Andre. That's what I was getting out of that whole scene. Moving along, okay? And speaking of Andre and Danny, listen. Now, I get it. They up here doing some reckless shit. Do I feel they need to be together like this? No. Do I feel they could still have a little sneaky link type of situation? Well, it ain't really no sneaky link, but this little friends with benefit shit? Sure. Do I think they needed to get married? Absolutely the fuck not. Do I feel like they're playing with marriage? And y'all say the gays play with marriage and all that shit. No, you bitches is out here playing with fucking marriage. We're not destroying this shit. Y'all out here playing. Look at this shit. What is the point of playing around getting married and then gonna say something? Well, you gonna fuck whoever the fuck you wanna fuck. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you give me 3 orgasms a week and you rub my goddamn feet, bitch. You know what? That do seems like a good arrangement. Let me take that back. Let me take that back because honestly, if people were more real, we wouldn't have so many people cheating on each other and getting divorced because of cheating. If you would just be like, well, I understand, we human, we still got attraction to this and that. That don't necessarily mean I love you, but sometimes you want to get a fresh push or a fresh dick. That's just really what it is. You can go out there, do what you gotta do. Make sure you wrap that shit up. Don't bring me nothing. I won't bring you nothing. We come back and we love on each other. You go fuck that bitch. You make love to me. Okay? Well, not everybody want to do that, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, stop playing. Andre, we already know you want Ashley. You in your feelings. Y'all had that little conversation or whatever. Bill and goddamn Danny having the damn conversation and Bill fucking around and kissing Danny after trying to tell her off. You couldn't even get 2 sentences in and you just said, you're incredibly beautiful. Mwah. And Danny didn't have no oh my God, type of situation. Danny knew that shit, bitch. And see, at that point in time, Daddy said, bitch, that's going to forever be mine. And she know it. And I told y'all, if he was to say, bitch, let's go ahead and give this a go, bye, Andre. Bye, Andre. Bye, Haley. And it's just going to be just like that. I told y'all that. We already been peeping it, right? And so now we're seeing it on Bill's end, okay? Like, Andre, you can't get a little jealous. I mean, that's cute or whatever, but it's also sad because technically speaking, Andre is part of the family. He their cousin and shit like that. Because he is Nicole's nephew. You know, even though it's by marriage, but he is Nicole's nephew. But at the same time, Bill, you was just a stranger that married into the family, truth be told. But, you know, I mean, it's technically the same, but you get what I'm saying. I would say Andre is a little bit more closer to the family. Well, got a better standing at one point to the family. But see, the way that they treating him now because he fucking around with Danny, I don't like that. The way Anita treating him, the way, you know, Nicole coming at him's throat. I like Nicole, I understand that part. You know, she going through her shit, but at the same time, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. Would I have wanted them bitches to be together like that? No, because I'd be like, ew, this is too close. This is too close. And you a little bit too old and he a little hoe. I just don't want that shit. You just came out of a fucked up situation and now you doing all of this stuff and it's just really messy, right? So I get Nicole where she coming from. Also, Nicole already putting her feelings in about, you know, because she going through what she going through with Teddy and all of that shit or whatever. So, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. But at the same time, I'm going to need, y'all, I got my hair done. Don't worry about this. You know, I want my shit to stay fresh a little bit, so I just kept my thing going. Okay, until I go outside, you know, like, what the fuck, anyway. And it's a lot to put this hair underneath the steak, you know what I'm saying? So, bear with me. But yeah, so everybody's childish. Just put it like that. You know, Anita coming at Danny like she came at her throat. Now, at first, I was seeing, again, you got to see, this is why I got to look at the show instead of just looking at tweets, because the tweets will have you acting or thinking, a person like me thinking like, oh, some shit really went down that was really bad, because they was like, I'm so pissed off, and I don't like the way that, you know, Anita was coming at Danny and she coming too hard at Danny or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what the hell happened. I go look at the episode and what Anita was saying was right. Now listen, Danny out here doing reckless shit. Now, they not going to say that she an alcoholic or whatever, but listen, at the beginning, they were trying to make it seem like Danny was an alcoholic and she had a problem. Even Andre was trying to tell the bitch, you got to kind of fuck down. But see, Danny had said, yeah, I had a little situation. But see, Andre clocked that, and I haven't really been doing that shit. And we had this one moment where we was going through our feelings. We both was going through similar situations, pouting over somebody that don't want us at the moment. And so, therefore, you know, we did something reckless, okay? Shit happens, Vegas, all of that stuff. My bad. But see, you got to understand, everything is heightened because now we have a death in the community, and it was due to so-called drunk driving. You know, even though that's not why Doug died, he was killed, but hell, that's the reason. So I'm not gonna sit here and be upset at Anita for being concerned about her daughter, because at the end of the day, no matter how old, if you have loving parents, no matter how old you get, they're still gonna be on your ass, and they're still gonna be concerned about you. I am almost 40 years old, and my mother texts me every fucking day, called me every day, asking, am I okay? What's going on? I told her, you know, bitch, I went and got my hair done yesterday. She said, send me a picture. I sent her a picture. She was like, why you look so... She was like, you okay? Why you look so sad? I said, girl, no, I'm good. I'm just a little tired. That's all. You know, parents will be concerned if you have a loving parent. And sometimes that's cutting your ass up. That's cutting your ass up. That mothering and parenting does not go away no matter what age. And I'm glad you got somebody like that that's in her life that's concerned, because her and Andre, what they're doing, even though they're adults, it's reckless. It's reckless as shit. You know what I'm saying? Bill, I'm gonna need you to let it go. And I'm talking about Haley. Because, girl, what the fuck does Haley do? Girl, we ain't seen Haley do shit but going to the office at least 2 times this whole season and then stay at home getting fucked. Okay, that's all she do. That's all she do. Baby, they put Haley in a goddamn sex. Somebody said, what they named Jacob and Naomi look like they sleep in a, they live in a hotel room. Because that's all we see. Is we gonna see anything else about their home or whatever? I know it's a set and everything, but damn, okay? We didn't see Vanessa here, there, everywhere. We only see Naomi and the girl. Okay, cool. But yeah, Haley, you could go. You are the weakest link. Goodbye, okay? Because at this point in time, Bill done had an awakening. Chelsea done got kidnapped. They done came closer together, being concerned with one another. And all of a sudden, bitch, mwah, you know, you gotta go. I need you to go. I really wouldn't be rooting for this. And technically speaking, I'm not. But I see where it's going. So, you know, you just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get on board sometimes, even if you want to get off. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to happen, but you see what it is. So it's like, yeah, they're going to fuck around and get back together. They're going to be fucking around behind each other's backs. And Haley just going to have to deal with it at this point. Haley needs to go fuck around with Randy. Okay? Whatever he said his name was when he met her, when he lied about his name, bitch. Well, I ain't forgot about that. Okay? Because they in cahoots as it is already. You can't tell me no different. Meanwhile, yeah, Bill and Haley, like, Haley, this is all your fault too. I'm gonna tell you why. You told Bill to go over there to tell Danny to chill out. That y'all ain't finna get back together or nothing like that. He go do that, and they wind up fucking around and kissing, and he can't get her off his mind. He finds out that, you know, her and Andre together. Baby, Bill want to get that shit a no. Bill want to just fuck that whole shit up. And he is being obsessive about it because he don't want his wife, his real wife, to be with that young boy. That's just what it is. He did not expect that Danny was not get over him enough to get with somebody else. It's an ego thing, and he still love her. That's basically what it is. Put them two things together, explosive. That's what's about to happen, okay? That's why they had that kiss. That's why he's so getting all that information, telling Caroline and found all this information about the wedding and all this shit or whatever, the marriage, and then Haley over here just getting all up in her feelings. Bitch, shut up. That's why your man can't do it with you. And now, first of all, Haley, I be on his ass too. Like, bitch, you over here thinking about that bitch when you got this right here. When you got this right here, you can't get it up for me when you been getting it up for me. And mind you, you seen what it was that he was thinking about. You seen what it was he was thinking about when he was trying to get it in with Haley, bitch. He wasn't having flashbacks when they was hugging each other, when Chelsea was missing, and when they were sitting on the step and she was laying on him and all this stuff on the steps or whatever. Not those serene and quiet and calm and quite lovable moments amongst ex-lovers. No. He was thinking about when Danny was being violent, threatening to shoot his ass and beating his ass and knocking him out and fucking up his desk and all that shit. I said, yeah, bitch, I knew that shit excited you. I knew it excited you, bitch. Because that shit would have turned me on too a little bit. I'm telling you, I'm not even finna hold you. You know, I'm into, y'all know me. I'll cuss you out and be turned on at the same time. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And that is getting onto her, getting into him, okay? Haley knows. And then, you know, you tried to, you know, comfort his man because he couldn't get it up with you. And he said, let me go and show you. And when he did what he did, he still couldn't do what he do. And you talking about, so you want to go see Dr. Reynolds about it? Baby, he ain't impotent. He ain't no erectile dysfunction. You the erectile dysfunction. He want Danny. That's just really what it is. And it's time for you to accept that. You know? That's just really what it is. Moving on from that, what else is going on? And Andre, you up here talking about first of all, y'all already established that the marriage really ain't real, but y'all not gonna get divorced just yet. But y'all put some ground rules. You can fuck whoever you want to fuck. I don't believe in that monogamy stuff. Just be safe with it. Just as long as you give me 3 orgasms a week and all this shit. Now, where in that commentary did you think it was okay to ask that lady to move in with her? And that she was gonna say yes? Andre, stop playing. Now, Vanessa, I need you to stop playing too. You're a grieving widow. I get it. We see her son comes. Now, are we ever going to see the daughter? Now, I know they said that the daughter was just too, you know, it was too much for her to come. She didn't want to, you know, it was like too much mentally and all that stuff. Understandable, but this is your father. You're not going to come for the funeral? You're not going to come for the funeral, at least. You're going to stay out there. And if I was the son, I would feel some type of way that my mom is kind of pushing and being like, oh, you don't have to be down here at this time or whatever. No, my daddy just died, bitch. I'm going to be here with you. What the fuck is going on, Vanessa? Baby, you gotta act like you really give a damn a little bit more. And truth be told, I do feel like she gives a damn. And I do know that people grieve differently, but at the same time, she wanna go and curl up with Joey. That's just all that it is, okay? She wasn't expecting Donnell to come down there. Baby Doug named them kids, okay? Because those some black names. She wasn't expecting Donnell to come down there, all right? At the time that he came down there. And I will say this, Donnell got a little oomph in his step, because the way he stepped to Joey, it said, yeah, we gonna sue your ass because you shouldn't have had my daddy up here drinking and giving him a drink, and then the thing with the bartender getting to watch the whole thing that Joey set up, okay? And at one point, I thought Joey was actually feeling bad about what he was doing when Vanessa was recounting that story about how she got to watch for him, and when Joey frat brothers sent him that little, memorial of his daddy and all this shit. I was like, what? And what was the frat brother name? Rehobiah. I said, did they put him in a Mormon college or some shit? Is he at BYU or some shit like that? What the fuck type of name is that? That sounds very biblical. But anyway, I was just like, what? No offense. But yeah, I was like, he trying to get information from Jacob. Jacob don't have all the information, but it was basically saying that the man was drunk driving. Listen, it's not what it looked like. And Joey really think that he got one over on the son. That son is going to be a problem. He going to be a pain in his ass just like Doug was, okay? Because he's giving me Doug a lot. Doug stood up to motherfuckers too. He was a drunk, but he stood up to people too. And that's just really what it is. So, you got something on your hand. This is not going to be easy like you think it is, okay? Who else? Smitty and Martin. I ain't mad at Martin, okay? Now, Martin, Smitty, I'm going to need you to let me get back on your side a little bit, okay? Because on the one hand, I get it, boo-boo. I 100% get it. That, you feel some type of way. That whole situation that led to you wanting to kick Martin out, a little separation, you need a little time. But at the same time, like Martin said, I can't be sleeping on this couch if I'm not a part of the family. I can't be just sleeping down here and we don't know what else we doing, okay? Like, you let me in your bed for a second and then you put me right back on the couch and you still want to be mad. You let me bust it open for you and you still want to put me on the couch. Like, no, you let me do all of these things to you and you still want me to put it on the couch. No, I'm going to let you figure out what you need to figure out. But I'm going to feel like you can't figure that out because me being here is giving you false hope or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to step out. Okay? I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to come back. But baby, at the end of the day, you call me when you ready, but I'm not going to stay here. I was with Martin. And let me tell you something. That little monologue that Martin gave him, I said, Smitty, drop him. Bitch, that ain't make you want to drop him? I would have said, baby, no, I'm just playing. Come on upstairs. Like, come on, the shit got me. Gay as shit. And I said, oh, Martin, you got away with words. And every time when he was putting his hands on his chest, touching him like, and I just this and this, I said, oh, Martin, I ain't never look at you like that. I ain't never look at you and Smitty like that. I said, Smitty, go ahead and drop them drawers and let him get it. Okay, go ahead. Say, baby, I'm sorry. I understand. I want you back. I know you're sorry. I know you hurt. I was just hurt too. I didn't know how to do it. Okay, but I just want to do you. This is all you need to do, Smitty. Lord, we got too many couples that's already broken up and you need to get these couples back together. Some of them, okay? Now, when it comes to Ted and Nicole, Ted, I think it's kind of probably over. Now, let me tell you something. On the one hand, I'm glad Nicole actually kind of exploring a little bit because, bitch, you explored too. So she got the right to do the same thing and she filed for divorce. And you just put the nail in the coffin by, sleeping with Leslie. Granted, you did tell her the truth. So, hey, it is what it is. You don't get no point. But hey, But Nicole, you is a little reckless by fucking her. You want that man to hurt. That's just all I could see. You said, bitch, you hurt me so goddamn bad and you continue to hurt me so fucking bad that throwing that bitch up in my face or whatever. And because that bitch keep being in here and she done made me the target, and then you gonna tell me in the midst of this that you done fucked that bitch again in 2025? You done fucked her again? Are you serious? So you wanna know what? I'm gonna get even. I'm gonna fuck your goddamn friend too. I said, damn, Nicole. Now, at first, I really thought that Carlton was just his business partner. But when Ted said that's been my best friend since college, I said, God damn, Nicole. And mostly, I'm looking at Carlton like, did you ever really consider him your friend? Because what friend would do that? I don't give a good goddamn what's going on in my friend relationship. I'm never gonna fuck around with his ex. His or her ex. No, I'm not gonna do that. Her ex. I'm not gonna do that. But Carlton said, I am. And then they had a little kiss or something. I said, oh my God, Nicole. Right in front of his face. In front of my salad. If you know where that comes from, you are all right with me. But yeah, I was just like, damn. And then Ted, at this point, you might as well just go ahead and get with Leslie. But then again, I don't want that to happen because just like a lot of people, they keep saying it's so messed up how they got Leslie on here and she's the villain. But the bitch she fucked up everything, but she's the one that's winning. She done came up on a whole bunch of money. Now she in this hotel next to Ted. And I'm going to tell you something, Leslie. The way you talking and trying to convince that man to have sex with you and to be with you is desperate, it's pathetic, and it's predatory as fuck. Okay? And you still ain't forgiven, and I ain't forgot about the shit that you did to get Ted up in your bed. You took advantage of a drunk person. You need to go on the list. You need to be a registered offender, okay? Because that was fucked up. And do you not understand, baby girl, that being desperate and pathetic like that is a turn off? You can't even play hard to get. You just throwing your shit out there. You too old to be doing this. You should know. And I ain't even trying to be ageist. I'm trying to be like, you should be knowing all of this or whatever, that you don't get them like that. As we get older and mature, we should know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I said, Leslie, Now, let me tell you something. Kat, Tomas, Eva, Chelsea. Chelsea and Kat, they had their goddamn lunch. Okay, that was cute. Now, Chelsea, why the fuck would you tell that lady to go over there and get that purse to goddamn Eva as a peace offering? You couldn't even talk to your daddy. You still don't even talk to Haley like that. And you gonna tell Kat to go over there and to make peace with goddamn Eva? The fuck for what? Whole time, Eva over there chatting it up with Tomas in her place. And Tomas is doing what? Yapping about Kat. And making it seem like him and Kat is done. Now listen, bitch. Let me tell you something. Unless a motherfucker say, we're done. Don't think that you're done automatically after you had a fight. Because we fight all the time and we get right back to it. That's what couples do. Okay? Relationships ain't perfect, you know? So you going over there to Eva. To the person that fucked her over. To the person that she got an issue with. And it's always a bad thing that she keep on talking shit about Eva or whatever. But yet you go over there and you talk shit about her to Eva. That don't make you a good person. You fucking up the logic too. Like, bitch, what the hell? You doing the same goddamn thing. You're doing the same goddamn thing and then acting like you really want this girl when you don't. And then, Eva, you played yourself stupid, bitch. You are such a stupid bitch like your mom. And I never thought that I would say this about you like this. But, girl, we got to call a spade a fucking spade. Your mom is stupid and you are stupid. And you are Desperate Junior, okay? You are little Desperate Junior. You're pathetic Junior. You're putting yourself out there. Why in the fuck would you take information, or I should say, advice from your mother who has been trying to get with your father for decades and still can't get his ass? And you see all the hoops and circles that she's going and throwing herself in, making herself look a fucking fool. And she gonna tell you to go ahead and take that man. And guess what happened? You took that man. That man used your ass as a goddamn cum bucket. That's just really what it is, okay? He needed to make sure that it wasn't him that wasn't that... that he still had his stroke game right. Okay? Cat walked in trying to make peace with your ass and Tomas come out there closet. Bitch, he just got out the shower with the towel. I said, oh my God, why would you do this? And then tried to be like, but bitch, I don't owe you nothing. And you was just so big in your chest and coming at her and, just being real nasty when she came over there with good intentions, even though it wasn't real. But she came over there with good intentions and you coming at her like, oh, well, this is what the fuck you deserve and all this shit or whatever. Only for Tomas to say, well, damn, bitch, I really, thanks for letting me get that nut off, but this ain't nothing. This a one-time thing. I'm finna go get my bitch. Now you sitting here crawling down the sliding down the goddamn wall, crying. And then on next week's episode, your mama gonna tell you some stupid ass advice to try to get that man back. Oh my God, you're desperate. Do you not realize you're doing the same thing that your mama is doing with Ted? Yo, just looking stupid. Oh my God. I said, what? Chelsea, you need your ass whooped too for telling her to go over there. I'm sorry. Chelsea, what? Listen, cuss that man out and get about your system, Cat. But see, Cat, listen, did you really love this man? And is it because he took your virginity that you want to give him another chance? Like, what? I said, Catherine. You see what he did. It ain't like, let me tell you something. I can see if it was somebody else, like a complete stranger. But he went and fucked around on you. He fucked around on you just because you weren't answering the phone after y'all got into it. The last time that y'all seen each other, even though you didn't say I was done with you. He went and fucked around with the person that you can't stand the most, that fucked up your family and fucked up your goddamn mother and father's relationship. Bitch, Tomas, you fired. And I'm going to just say this one more time. Okay? I do like this show a lot. I really do. It gives me entertainment. Okay? But I need there to be a family or somebody to come in to compete against the Duprees, okay, to make this a little bit more juicy. And with that being said, I also need a recast, okay? At this point, I'm pretty sure they're not going to recast Ashley. If they do, I'd be fucking surprised, okay? But we need a recast of Tomas. We need a recast of Tomas. In that whole fucking scene, each scene, you have the opportunity to show emotion, to emote the feelings in your acting, and he cannot do it. He is bland. He is one note. Actually, there is no note. He is not there. And I just want to understand, no shade to him, but how did he make it through the audition stage to get to this? Well, y'all just looking for a so-called pretty face with a nice body? Is that it? If that's the case, it's a whole bunch of them that you could have found that could act. Okay? And I'm like, they're arguing over this. They're going back and forth over this. Oh my God. But anyway, you guys, that was this week's episode. You guys tell me how you felt about it. You're looking forward to next week. Y'all continue to enjoy your weekend. And I'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget, Real Housewives of Potomac coming back tomorrow. Okay? And yes, your girl will be reviewing. See you then.